You're listening to Breakfast with Pablo.
Fat Tony & Co. is the true story behind Tony Mokbel, Australia's most successful drug baron, and his $140 million drug empire. The show premieres this Sunday on Win, and we have lead actor Robert Mammone, who plays Tony Mokbel in the series, on the line this morning. Robert, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Now, first up, how happy were you to get this role and immerse yourself into the character of Tony Mokbel?
Oh, look, Pablo, any time you get a chance to gut yourself, drink everything you like, in the cause of your art is a good time. You know, I put 20 kilos on a plate, Fat Tony. So I had a good time preparing. And Tony Mokbel, we know the character from the previous series that Screen Time produced called Underbelly. So it's been a long time coming, this particular role.
Now, to be honest, I was going to say the big gut and the exaggerated receding hairline, it really suits you.
Yeah, thanks very much. I did come to like the eating, the excess eating and the excess drinking. I did enjoy all that. But I got to tell you, for the last 3 months, I've been paying for it.
I guess you don't look too bad as well when you drive around in a Ferrari.
Oh, mate, yeah, Ferrari make anyone look attractive, eh?
Now, how fun is it playing those bad characters as well?
Well, they're always good. You know, the thing is about the bad characters is because they often have such a meaty role to play in the context of telling the story. You get to have some fun, and ultimately, look, you know, what I do for a living, this world of acting. It's about enjoying what you do, and I'm blessed that I love my job, and so as much as I can immerse myself in, whether it's a good guy or a bad guy, it's always a good day in the office. Fat
Tony & Co. comes out on Sunday on Win from 8:40. Make sure you don't miss it. But last night I got a chance to sit down and watch a few episodes of it, and it's really gripping stuff and such a great cast. How happy are you looking back on it now and seeing it all produced and all edited together? How happy are you of the final product?
Oh, mate, extremely happy. And it was like, like a school reunion, you know. I mean, Guyton Grantley, Simon Westaway, Vince Colosimo, Madeline West. I mean, we got everyone back. Les Hill, the Moran boys. There's, as I said, it's like a school reunion, and we all got together. And look, we were part of something back then, the original Underbelly, that was, groundbreaking for Australian TV. And so I think we're all pretty proud of that, to have been a part of that. So to get the band back together, it's like the Blues Brothers, mate. We got the band back together, and this time, though, the story focused essentially on Tony, because we couldn't even mention his name before. We're not in Victoria anyway. So this time, and he's, as we'll see, he had a huge part to play in the outcome and the goings on of this Melbourne underground gangland war that went on. And this time we get to tell that story.
The public knows quite a bit about the story of Mokbel. I grew up in Bendigo, just out of Melbourne and everything, so it was always in the headlines as well, especially in Victoria. And the story of Mokbel, Moran brothers, Carl Williams, obviously there's a lot that the public knows, but for yourself and you guys, you explore a lot of it. How much more insight is it into what really happened during that time?
Well, there's actually a lot more detail that's come about in the years since we first produced that show, because obviously over time, and with the court cases that went on with Tony, involving Tony, we can now tell how, the story of how he got away, where he was, his involvement with the Morans, the level of business that they got up to. I mean, these guys were enemies one day and business partners the next. If there was a profit to be made through whatever wheeling and dealing, they were best mates, and then come the following day, they were mortal enemies again, or rivals. It's just the nature of their business, and this is what we get to explain in more detail with this particular Fat Tony & Co.
Now, what is it, do you think, about true crime and shows like this that really captivates the Australian public? Because Australian public really seems that we love reading about crime and we love watching crime, and you've been part of a great series. What do you think is it about those kind of shows that really captivates the public?
I think because they're our stories, Pablo. We all sort of went to school with someone like that, or lived around the corner from someone, of characters like these. Now, this is a Melbourne-centric story, but we have a pretty healthy underworld in every city of Australia, and probably some regional centres too. Now, they mightn't be as famous as Alphonse Gangitano or Mokbel, but they certainly have enough. They certainly have a lot of influence in all our cities, and I think that's what it is that we know these people, we know them, and they're certainly in our suburbs. And I think we just like seeing Australians tell Australian stories, albeit whether they're about bad guys or good guys.
The show is all wrapped up now. Have you lost the weight from putting it all on from Fat Tony? And if you have, and you're looking like AK from The Matrix again, can you give me some advice to lose the extra few kilos?
Stay off the sugar. Just cut sugar from your diet, and maybe you might have to cut back on the beers too a bit, mate. And just move. Get moving. Just keep the body moving. There's my recommendation.
Classic Gold, today's hits. Spirit.